So for shark science and the great white shark, because the great white shark tends to be your poster shark for all of sharks. One of the major gaps we have is, well, where do sharks go to mate and where do they go to give birth? So the great white shark, again, being the iconic one, it's been a long-standing mystery. Despite what you see on TV, us tagging sharks, getting that data, we just don't know what's actually occurring in those spaces that they go to. So, like, okay, they go here, then they go there, and then we start to see these sharks pop up. We see younger sharks here. So, we don't know where they're actually going to mate and where they're going to give birth. So, it's just been this huge gap despite all the advances in technology, including satellite tags and so forth. It's just a major gap. So, if this discovery we had is indeed what we think it is. It's just a huge game changer that kind of solves this long-standing mystery that's been going on. Are sharks, in this case, the great white shark, is it born offshore, like in very deep water, or is it born very near shore, close to, actually, in this case, swimmers that don't even know that's occurring? So it's quite a mystery, but hopefully we have a piece of that puzzle now. Because of our very good management on on the west coast of North America, it does appear, at least from the limited data we have, it does appear it is a steady and growing population we have. So it does look like our population here on the west coast of North America is doing well, and we want that to continue. Now, granted, you're going off very limited data that we have because you have to tag the sharks. How do you do an accurate count? There are ways to do this. We look at fin identification both up north and down south, and even along this coastline with the tags. So the data right now that we have points to it, a nice, steady, growing population. We hope that continues. So that's the data we have right now. Granted, this could change. A new study might come out, might reiterate, or might change the fact that it's actually shrinking, which would be concerning. But right now, as is, it looks like it's a steady and growing population. I hope the proper authorities are taking note of this and starting to realize, okay, if this is a significant birthing location, what management effects will be required? Will we have to actually have patrols out there? Have to post more signs, make more bulletins that we don't want this to happen? Because again, in our paper, we showed this, that there still was a shark with the fishing leader swimming around. Now, granted, did the fisherman let it go? Yes. But that doesn't mean the shark's going to be happy going forward. It's going to have this fishing leader hanging out of its mouth for a long period of time. So we want to limit that as much as possible. So hopefully the proper authorities see this if it is a newborn and they take note of it, and that they can do what they need to do to keep any negative interactions occurring. We both want to go get back out there and continue to document this area at the same time as we did last year and see, can we replicate these results from last year? Are we going to see large sharks in the area again? Are we going to see sharks that have like a white film coming off of it and be like, okay, it seems to be adding up? Now, the real goal would be to actually have a camera underwater and actually see sharks come out of mom or the mother shark. So that'd be, your definitive proof right there. So we're in the process of working out how to go about this, but we for sure plan to be out there with the drone again and continue to document this area and see if we can see the same stuff as we did last year. If we did, then that's going to only add more evidence that it is a newborn and that it is a birthing location. Yeah, I love answering that question. So I believe, I can't remember if I was 5 or 6, but I watched Jaws for the first time, the iconic shark movie, and I was fascinated by it. Whereas many people are actually terrified of sharks from watching that movie, actually fell in love with sharks. So Matt Hooper, the marine biologist, was a major, I don't know, inspiration to me, and I just loved them ever since. And then after that, I went to aquariums. I got books on sharks and watched Shark Week. So it built my fascination. And you go to school and you're like, okay, what can I do? And then you're just like, maybe I can try to become a shark scientist. And there was a little bit of luck involved, but it went in my favor. And here I am now studying sharks. But it all started once I was 5 or 6 years old, and it's continued for over 20 years now.